Hi, today's video title is how to find and remove malwares, including viruses, trojans, spywares from your laptop. This is not a simple concept to explain, but I will do my best. We will be doing this in 4 steps. Step number 1 will be checking the hard drive first, see if there are any problems or any bad sectors or system errors in it. Using this tool here, the Windows check disk. Also, I'll be using 2 commands, WMIC and fsutil. fsutil is very powerful command, and it should only be used by advanced users, people who know everything about the operating system, basically. Then we go to step number 2. Step number 2, I'll be using this command here, netstat, to display all the active TCP connection between this computer and other computers on the internet. Also, it will tell me more information about ports and process ID. These are very good steps to find where the viruses are coming from. Also, it will tell me the connection states and the IP version 4, which is the Internet Protocol version 4. Then step number 3 will be locating the malwares, where they are in this computer or your computer, and using step number 2. And what we'll do, we trace them back and get rid of them. Step number 4, we'll be using 5 commands: regedit, msconfig, ipconfig. This will help me to modify the state of the internet protocol if it needs to be. Task list to help me with the process ID and a port. Then resmon. This is a very good a program. I use it when I have to fix a computer. This is the program I use. It tells me all about the health of the computer. It tells me about if the hard drive is working fine, if the CPU is performing very well, if it's not overheated, because if it is, it will stop the computer automatically. Also, it will tell me if I need more memory by scanning the RAM itself. Also, it tells me about the networking of this computer. Before I go, you see this regedit and msconfig. These commands are quite dangerous. Only use them if you are 100% sure of what you're doing. Otherwise, you'll be damaging your registry and the operating system itself. Because if you use the regedit and you delete a file or change a value or something, that would damage your computer directly. It will damage the registry, and next time you restart your computer, you will have a blue screen of death, which means that your hard drive is dead and you would lose all your data in it. And if you want to recover that data, you have to give it to special people who do this data recovery. And what they will do, they will take your hard drive and plug it into another computer using Linux, because Linux is quick and fast and it's direct as well, and they will charge you a lot of money for that. So please do not use regedit or msconfig, only if you have to. Okay. Now let's get started. Okay, before you do anything, we need to check the health of the hard drive. We go to search and then this PC. Then you go to C, right click that, then you go to properties, and then you go to tools. And in here you see, you check this button here, check, and what will this do, it will scan your hard drive and check for any system errors, any bad sectors, any problems that it can fix, and then it will fix it for you. This is a good program. I always use this one, but for now we don't have time to use it. I'm not going to check it because it will take a long time and we don't have time for that in this video. So I'm going to come out from that and then go to search again and then put CMD. You see this command prompt, you right click and then you run as administrator. Okay. You type WMIC, enter, and then type disk drive space get space status. Enter that. Oh, this was quick, wasn't it? Status OK. If you have status OK, it means that your hard drive is fine and we can carry on. If you don't receive status OK, you will receive about one of 12 messages, including OK. If you receive something like degrade is an error message just telling you there is something we can do about the hard drive. We can fix it if we have degrade. Or you can have pred fail. What this means, if you receive this message, is telling you that there is a prediction for your hard drive to fail. So that we can do something about that as well. That can be fixed. You probably receive error. So error, yes, of course, we can do something about that as well. Non-recover. Non-recover is very bad news. It means that your hard drive will die soon. So anyway, and you will receive other messages like unknown as well, and stressed, stopping, starting. So these are 11 messages plus the OK status. Three of these messages we can fix, and there are other three that is only telling you that there's something wrong with the hard drive itself or the connection between your hard drive and your wiring with motherboard. So that means you need to physically open your laptop and check the buses inside your computer. And I think the other three, they're quite bad. However, the good news is when you receive these messages, it's just giving you time to save your data into an external hard drive or a stick or something. Just save them, and then maybe you will have to buy another hard drive or buy another computer. So now we have status OK, we find we can carry on. Now if we exit this, yeah, enter, and then we put fsutil and enter that. Now this command here is giving me about, I think, 15 or 16 options, and one of the options that I'm interested in is this one here. It's dirty. Dirty. That's an interesting name. FS util dirty. Answer that. Oh, FS util. Yeah, FS util dirty. Answer that. Now it's given me two other options, query and set. I want query, so I put FS util dirty and query, and answer that. Now is asking me which volume or section do I need to query. So I want C. This is my hard drive. Okay, so again, FS util dirty query and C and column. Don't forget the columns, yeah? Answer that. And now this is what I want. It's telling me that C is not dirty. Yeah, it means that it is clean, and this is good news actually. So, and this is what I want. Okay, we carry on. If we exit this, okay, if we go to search, then you type in cmd, you go to command prompt, right click and run as administrator. Okay, small, and then you type IP config space and then / and then all. You answer that. Now you have all this information. Oh, it's a bit white. I'm going to change the color to yellow or green or something better. There you go. So that's better. If you go up there and then you go to this bit here where it says Ethernet adapter, yeah, and then you go to DHCP, which is the dynamic host configuration protocol, and then make sure that there is yes here. If you have yes, that's fine, leave it. If you have no, we need to change it to yes. Okay, we do that. To change it, we go to search again, and then control panel, and then you go to network and internet, and then you go to view network status and task, you click that, and then you go to change adapter settings, you click that, and then you come to this Ethernet here, you right click, yeah, and then you go to properties. Okay, so we have our little window here. Right, what you need to change this bit here. It's called Internet Protocol version 4. Yeah, what you need to do, you need to tick this little box there, and okay, and then you click it, select it, and then you go to properties. If you probably have your dot here, so what this means, I mean, this means a static IP which is done manually. But what we want this one here. We want obtain an IP address automatically, which is a dynamic IP. Okay, change it to that, and then you click OK. Then yeah, we come out of it. All right, and then you start your computer, and then you go to search CMD, run it as an administrator, and then you put in IP config space / all, and then you will see that DHCP here has been changed to yes. Okay, so now the setup is complete. You go to exit. Right, now what you need to do, you need to restart your computer, please. And when you do that, don't open any programs and don't open any websites. If you have any programs running here in the background, you need to close them. Also check the tray and make sure that no other programs are running here. Just leave the antivirus, the drivers, and Bluetooth and your internet connection. Make sure that you are connected to the internet. Okay, if you go search CMD, right click, run as administrator. Okay. Let's change the color first. Green. That's better. Net stat minus ANO. Enter that. Now we need to find the viruses and malwares, and this is where we find them. I'm going to explain that. At the moment, I'm using 3 switches here combined to one: switch A and switch N and switch O. So that can have this screen here. This screen is showing me 5 columns: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The first column is the protocol column. It's got TCP and UDP here. TCP is the transmission control protocol, and UDP is the user datagram protocol. This something to do with transportation of data from one computer to another, so I'm not interested in column 1. Column 2, local address basically is your computer or my computer. It's got some IP addresses. You see these 4 digits here? That's the IP address, and then colon, and then another number which is 135. That's the port number, and all of them have the same thing: 4 spaces, and then colon, and then the port that is attached to it. Okay. Some of here there's nothing, and here 00. This is your computer, yeah, and here there's nothing at all. On column number 3, the foreign address, it means the other computers connected to yours by the internet, or if you're at work, it's connected by other networking system. And column number 4, that's the state of the connection. So at the moment here on mine, I have 2 states. One is listening, and then established, listening, established, listening, established, and listening. On your computer, you probably have more states, probably something like closed, wait, last, and timed, wait. So but don't worry about them. What in this column, what we are interested in is established. We're going to be dealing with established only. Column number 5 has got the PID, which is the process ID. It's got some numbers here. Yeah. Well, the PID is anything that's happening in your computer. That's a process, and the operating system gives it a number, which is this number here. So this number will help us identify the program that is connected to our computer, or the program that is sending us the viruses or whatever. Okay. Now, like I said, I'm not interested in this one. I'm not interested in this one. Column number 3. This is the other column number 3. This is the other computers. Some of them have 000 colon 0. Some of them have 127.0.0.0.1 colon blah blah blah, and then some have funny IPs. This is what I want. If you see 000, ignore it. If you see 127, ignore it. 0, ignore. 127, ignore. Stars here, ignore. Stars, it means that there is no connection at all. The connection is not established, so ignore that. And this, ignore that. So what we want is this. What 00 and 127 means? It means that the connection inside your computers, or the different components in your motherboard, for example, or your printer, these are internal stuff. What we want is the external computers, which is this one. And normally other computers have our IP address looking like this. So when you see this, on my computer I have two computers that have suspicious looking IP. On yours you probably have, if your computer is slow, you're going to have loads of these things. Okay, and this is good news. It means that we found them. So now we just want to know more information about it. For example, we want to know the name of this computer or the website. So this is where the PID comes handy. So this one here, so my computer is using TCP protocol, and this is my IP address, and this is the port that the system is giving me, is given to this process here, which is 58137, and this is connected to this computer. I don't know what it is, and its IP address is 40.77.229.35 colon, and then it has a port number 443. It is connected to it because it's got established, and this is the process ID. Now I need to find out more information from this PID. To do that, if you go to search and then command and then enter that, okay, so, and then I put task list, enter that, and now it's giving me all the IP addresses that exist on this computer. See that? So that's the PID. And now I want 10,364. Look for that. 10,000. You see, sometimes these numbers, they're not in sequence. So you know, to be quick, if you go to Task Manager, if you open it, and then you go to details, for example, see you got the PID address here. So these are the same as these ones. So what we're looking for is 10364. Oh, it's this one here. So it's 10364, and it's running. I know what it is. This one is the Internet Explorer, and it's running at the moment. So, and this is where it's coming from, yeah. And this 443, this is the port. This is not a physical port like the port that you connect with wires. This is a logical port, and this is actually like a permission that is added to the IP address. For example, this server or this computer, this host or this computer is sending me this IP address with this number here, which is called the port. Then what happens, the computer, my computer or your computer, for example, if you have that, it will check the identity of this IP address first, and then I will identify it, and then it will look for the permission. Does this have a permission to have access to my computer? And then it says yes, it has, and the port number is 443. It will accept it, and then it will ask what's the query, and it will respond to that by sending data to this computer by this port here, and then the other computer will receive the information sent from my computer with this port number 58137, and then it will contact it. This is how they contact each other. The port number is the point of contact between computers. Okay. And you know, these computers, where they come from, is actually the system that provide them. And normally these port numbers, they range from 0 to 65,536. Yeah, and only numbers from 0 to 1024 that are reserved for the system and other known companies. Okay, so sometimes from the port number you can tell, you know, where it's coming from. Yeah. Okay, it's 443 and it's coming from Explorer, from Microsoft itself, so it's very well known name, and it's the same here. See, 443, so these are the same company. All right, so we know what it is. So what you need to do, you need to check all your established connections with numbers that are not 00 and are not 127. You need to check all of them, and that's probably a virus or a Trojan. And if and to find more information about, for example, if I want to check, see if this is true, I'll just highlight that and then go to edit and then copy. Then you go to your internet, then you go to IP address lookup, go to this website. It's free, it will check that for you free of charge. Yeah, and then you paste it and then you look it up. There you go. Now here it is. It's the ISP is telling me this is Microsoft Corporation, so that's and it's from Dublin, from Ireland. Okay, so I know what it is. Come out from that. And the same for this one here, the other computer, is the port number, the process ID is 2844. So I come here, 2844. Can you see it? 28. Oh, here. 2844, and it's suspended because I suspended it. And what it is, I know what it is. It's a search. This is something to do with Microsoft, so you can stop it if you want to. All right, but so to stop it, you just go to search, and then you select it, and then you go to end task here, and then you click end task, and you do that for the other computers that are connected to you that are suspicious. All right, this is how we do it. So yeah. If you find a virus or malware and it's hard to get rid of, and if when you start your computer it keeps coming up again, the best way to get rid of it is to go to run and then put regedit, enter that, then you get to this screen here. Alright, you go to local machine, and then you go to software, then you go to Windows. We got oh, Microsoft here. You go to to go to Microsoft, and then you go to Windows here, and then you go to current version, click that, and then you go to, you look for run, if we can find it, Oh, here it is. You click that, and now it's given me all the programs that are running in the background. If you have a virus, the virus will be here. This is where the virus is going to be. It will start when the computer starts. That's how they make viruses and other malware. Okay, when you find it, identify it, and then, for example, if you find it, right click on it and then delete. Once you delete it, it will go from your computer. It will disappear for good. Okay, so this is how you do it. If you have lots of programs running in background, that could slow your computer, and you need to delete some of them or stop them from starting when the computer starts. So you need to go to run, put run in there, enter that, and then you type msconfig. You enter that. Then you go to startup and then open task manager, and then these are the programs that are running background at the moment. I need to have a look. So what you need to do, you probably have long lists. If you do, you have to make sure that you disable these programs from starting when you switch on your computer. For example, I don't need Paltalk, so what you do is just select it and disable. The same with Paltalk Messenger, you select it and you disable. WinZip preloader, I don't need that, so select and disable. And WinZip update notifier, so disable that as well. What else? Okay, so that's fine, and this is how you do it. Now I'm going to show you that program, Rismon. So if you go to run, and then you put RESMON, you enter that. Here it is. Okay. This is a good program. If you make it bigger like that, and if we get some graphs as well, so we have some graphs there, and basically this one, it tells you everything about your network, your disk, your hard drive there, your memory, your RAM, and your CPU if it's overheating, and an overview of it. So this is quite good. For example, this one here is telling me about the network. You see the process ID. Here it is. Okay, it's not finished yet. It's processing at the moment, and it gives you the address here. Okay, the IP address there, and what else? It's telling you. Let's get this one here. This one there. Okay, and it's telling me about how many data is sent from this computer and how many data is being received, and a total as well. So this is quite good. Also, I forgot to mention earlier with the process ID, if you see number 4, number 0 or number 4, do not touch that. These are reserved for the system, yeah, as it tells you there. Don't change it. Also it tells me about the disk there. There's quite a lot of stuff going on at the moment. Alright. Okay, and it's telling me about the CPU itself, if it's overheating. Yeah. Also it tells me the status, you know, which programs are running and which are not. Yeah, if you like that, these two are terminated. Okay, and you can see the graph on this side here. This is the CPU. Let's make it bigger. How large? Here we go. Now you can see it. It's every 60 seconds is giving you a a graph. How is it going? The memory at the moment is fine here in the RAM, so I don't have to get a new RAM. Okay. The network, there's a lot of activity happening here, and the disk is quite busy. And the CPU. Okay, so that's cool. I need to do a tutorial about this. If you master this resource monitor, you'll fix your computer anytime. Okay? Alright, this is it folks, and I'll see you in the next video.